Hey people, it's Niles talking. Now this is just basically a stream of consciousness video, and it's something I've been thinking about recently because I've seen certain things and been talking to other people. And lots of times we see on this black social media sphere people talk about things like reparations and reparations slave owners or government help or what this or that celebrity with that money should be doing. And it made me think, what can black people do just on a regular basis to just help one another? And it got me thinking, because I saw a lot of these videos about Confucianism and Buddhism, and I started thinking about how black people can help one another. So I had some ideas. So I thought, referring to Neely Fuller, he often talked about just stay away from each other. Don't come around each other unless you have a constructive purpose. So this is to add to that idea. So now, obviously, black people will have to interact with one another on a day-to-day basis at some point. It's just inevitable. So I thought, well, imagine that a black person upsets you. Let's say they curse you out, they are mean to you, they're rude to you. Instead of reacting or arguing with them, just smile, say, hey man, you right, sorry, and just put some distance between you and them. If someone black is doing something to you that is wrong, instead of trying to add to that and create more or get back at them, just politely defuse the situation and get away from them. There is already enough animosity between black people because of all the things that have been done without you adding to it. And just ask yourself, is it really going to help the situation? Is it going to, because we know, if you say, you may have a smart remark, like, your mama or this or that, we both know it's not going to change the situation. They're not going to look at themselves and think, maybe what I did was wrong. Maybe I should. They know that you know that it's not going to change. That they're just going to double down on their behavior if you confront them about it and do. So, and also don't, as Neely Fuller says, don't demand an apology or don't demand respect. If they're not respecting you, then just leave it. If they're not going to apologize to you because they inherently think it's wrong, just leave it. Either it comes naturally or it doesn't. Don't demand either of them. And on a wider level, try to have compassion for one another, like the black people in your life, your friends and your family. Just try reaching out to one of them every now and then and just say, hey man, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on? You want to talk? Or, etc., etc. Let's say you go into your friend's house and you know that they like a certain fast food restaurant. Maybe just pick something up on the way, like, hey man, I know you like this, I got some for you. And let's say they say, I didn't want it and I didn't ask for it, and they're not appreciative. Don't get angry with them, don't get spiteful towards them. Just be like, okay man, I just thought you'd enjoy it. I just put it out of your mind. You did something right and you did something good. How they react to it is on them. It is no reflection on you. And other things that we could do. So you often see this back and forth for our black men and women on relationships. Now let's say a black woman or a black man does something to you. And let's just assume that everything that you're saying about that person is true, that they've hurt you, and they've done wrong. Look, just stay away from them. Don't try and create problems with them. Don't try and wish bad on them. Just cut them off. Just try if you have, let's say you have a child with them and you have to stay in contact, just keep things as business as possible. What does a child need? They need this. Yes, okay, I got that. Oh, can they do this? Yes, no. And that's it. Do not go. Try to keep things as civil and respectful as possible. And don't go around. And if a black person does something bad to you, don't go smearing their name or going around saying they did this or they did that. What do you call it? Just leave it. And the thing is, here's another thing. If someone has done something good, try to make that the focus of your conversations. Hey man, do you know John or Richard or Keisha have done something good? You need to know. They've done something excellent. They graduated high school, top of their class. Man, I'm real proud of them. Yes, yes, yes. And I'll say, I had an encounter with a black man recently. He'd lost a lot of weight. And I made a point to say to him, oh man, you look really good. You've lost a lot of weight. I'm really proud of you. to let him know that I did notice what he'd done and I was proud of him, and so that he feels validated. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's not like, hey man, by saying something nice about someone, you had money lost from your account, or it invalidates you. These are all things you can do for free, which are easy. It doesn't cost money, but it can mean so much. And if you know something that can help someone, like, hey man, do you know this or that can help you out? I remember watching this finance video which was talking about mortgages, and they said, hey look, what you need to do when you pay a mortgage, split up, instead of having one payment a month for say $500, split up into 2 monthly payments, so one at the beginning, one halfway. And what they did was they said, halfway, the way certain interest rates, certain mortgages, they calculate the interest rate based off the time between the last payment. So if you do 2 payments in a month as opposed to 1, it means that your interest payments go down. If you have knowledge that can help someone, and it's just easy to say, hey, just go do this and it'll make your life easier, just say it. It doesn't take away from you to give that information to them. Oh, in order for me to have a better mortgage rate, they have to have a worse one. You've given that knowledge to them, and you've both been helped out. And finally, just no matter what you're going through, however some black person, black man or woman or child behaves towards you, just have empathy towards them. However much struggle you go through, consider this. They go through the same things, and they're reacting through it in their own way, and they can't handle it, and maybe they're taking it out on you. All these things about trying to keep your emotions to one side are not easy, I know. But if you could just take these things and try and implement them, the quality of life between black men, women, and black people in general would massively improve, and things might change. So anyway, I hope this has helped anyone. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.